What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the WWE Jakks Pacific Hell in a Cell playset. So right off the bat, you can see the front there. They have the Undertaker and Randy Orton battle. Now, of course, you have to have the Undertaker. He's synonymous. Him and Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, whatever you want to call him, with the Hell in a Cell match as well. But this is what I like about this is, aside from the other one that Mattel came out, this is more or less the scale size, right? We don't have authentic scale size like the one we're used to Mattel, but this is the second best thing as far as kind of the size and the structure, the function of the Hell in a Cell. So this, I'm excited to add this to my collection. On the back side, you're gonna see it gives you a little bit of what articulation functions that this ring is said to be. It's about 21 inches long and 13 inches tall, with the top and bottom and the roof coming off, different functionalities, the door opening. There's a lot of things that you could do with this Hell in a Cell. So let's get started and build this together. So as you can see, we do have a lot of accessories. Of course, you gotta get your hand in the instructions right here to make sure we put this together. So that give you what the front here gives you what's supposed to be included in the box, as well as the back here, kind of step by step putting them together as well. So we're going to use that. Make sure we put the Hell in a Cell together here. So well, first of all, we get obviously the ring itself here, right? We get that ring, and then the ring does include stickers that I put on there already. The stickers, really, it's going to be kind of a raw, and then you're going to have just your generic WWE.com Armageddon. Who remembers that pay-per-view? That was an awesome pay-per-view. And of course, you got your SmackDown there as well. We'll leave it at this right here, the Armageddon. The sticker in the middle for the WWE. And then, of course, we got kind of the leg peg is supposed to go. And then you have your Hell in a Cell actual toolkit here. So, again, let's start building this, and then we'll go from there. So it looks like the first thing we're going to do is actually put this that's going to be attached to the legs. This is what's going to be holding the Hell in a Cell here. So this just goes at the corner there, bottom here. Just make sure it snaps on. So now that we got the legs, it looks like the next thing we're going to do is actually include the surrounding that goes around this, which is a supposed to be like that mat, right? But it's going to be a black plastic cover that goes each of the sections here. And that looks like this, as you can see there as well. So it looks like that. So we're going to put that to the side as well. And this. And it should have a gap where it should already snap on there, as you can see, and the edges here. And it's kind of hard to see in the video here. So now that we got that on as well, so let me pick it up here, as you can see it. So we got this all four corners. The bottom there, you can see where it snaps on, right? So we got that. So it gives us the foundation that fell off, but it should be fine. Okay. So next thing, what we're gonna do is, looks like we're gonna add the actual ring post, and then we're going to do the ring ropes. It's pretty straightforward. If you've ever bought any rings, you just literally just snap on there, and then we'll do the ring ropes themselves. If you haven't seen my other videos about my ring setup display, I do have some scale rings. I mean, aside from collecting just regular, you know, your Mattel figures, I do collect the scale rings themselves, like the play sets, you know, the elimination chambers, the money in the bank. I have those as well. Make sure you check that out. And if there's anyone you want to see specifically, comment there and let me know, and we can make sure we get that for you as well. You know, I do miss the Jakks play sets. They were awesome. Like, they made some crazy play sets as well. I know they do take a lot of space. If you're a collector, they do take a lot of space up, I'll be honest with that. That's the only downside to collecting the play sets, having enough space. Even like the mock ones, like you can see them back here, the mock ones take a lot of space as well. Sometimes I would almost rather take all of them out of the boxes, because that would give me a whole lot of space, right? A lot of real estate. If you're a collector, real estate is the main thing that you're concerned about. All these figures coming out, the Rey Mysterios every week coming out, you want to make sure you have those space for them as well. So now that we have the rings, the ropes, the mat that goes around it, looks like next thing we're going to actually start doing is putting this thing together. And we're going to actually first start putting the actual Hell in a Cell post at the end there. So that looks like this. So the post is just inside as well. Pretty sturdy. It looks like it's not like that flimsy plastic, so which is awesome. And then the actual post itself, where it's supposed to line up, you can see the part there where it's supposed to line up. It just goes literally down here in the middle, and then it should just snap on there. So you want to make sure this is the top, and even if you try to put it on, it's not going to fit on perfectly because it's got to be flat like this part as well. Again, you literally put that down. Again, they just snap on there as well. So now that we have the posts all around it, I think we're ready to start adding the side. So this is what the side cages look like as well, with the Hell in a Cell. I mean, again, it's plastic. It does look kind of flimsy, but I think when you start putting all together the pieces, it should be more sturdy, as it will have more support available to it. So first thing you do is you're gonna line up to where the post goes, and then all you do is gonna be snap on there as well. So that it just goes from the side, and then gonna connect the back one as well. As you can see, it's starting to look like the Hell in a Cell. So this is gonna be the third one here, where we put it to the side, and this will go on just like so. I mean, this is great for like any playability. You could leave it like this, or you could put the top on and give you some playability as well. One of the biggest issues that I've seen with this is that the playability, right? It's really, so it's all Hell in a Cell, you know what it is. It's covered top to bottom, side to side. So in order to put your hand or your fingers in there, right, it's very hard and difficult for playability purposes. So it does require you to take off the top of the cage itself. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the top on here. So that's that first top here as well. Then we'll connect the second top. And then if you're wondering how it goes in the end here, it does have little snap-on sections where you just push. So let's go ahead and put the other top on here. So with this right here, it does include this small little accessory piece, which is, you know, if you didn't think much of it, it's hard to miss, but you want to make sure you read closely of the instructions. So this really, and I'll show you what this is, and it has to do with this part here as well, and I'll show you what that's supposed to be. So when you start putting it together, this little piece, you want to hold it together there, and then it should snap on at the end here. There we go. Snap on there. Then you put the side there, drop that down. This goes on this side. As you can see there, we're almost getting close to completing 100%. But as I was saying, like, if you wanted to play with this, I will leave the side there, the front. You can see where that door's supposed to go. Or if you wanted to, you could leave the top open. For me, as personally, I close it all and I just use it for display. But if you want playability, because then you can put your fingers in here, your hand will fit in here, give you that playability option as well. But I'll put the front end there so you can see how it looks like. So let's go ahead and put that on. So there it is, the Jakks Pacific Hell in a Cell play set. Again, this is one of my favorite play sets. This is awesome. If you have not bought this, thinking about it, I would say get it. I know it's a little pricier now. It's on eBay because it came out a while ago, but I picked this up for a pretty good price, I would say. But it has all the functionalities, and we're gonna look at them. So here's the ring itself here. Again, right off the bat, we're gonna just put a figure here so you compare kind of like the size and the ratio of the figures themselves here. But here's our front door. So this door, one of the functionalities, it does open. So you can imagine Kane coming through that door there, walking in, breaking in, and you can see how that kind of door looks like. And then you can see that the very top, the Hell in a Cell, gives you the whole awesome feeling of being back there. You see mankind laying there. So that door does open as a functionality, so you can open and close it, which is awesome as well. And then you can see I guess you could technically climb up these posts if you want to. And at the very top of the Hell in a Cell, you can put your figures on there. You can see, you can throw the figures off on top there. But there are two functionalities that I love about this. It would be, the first one being, so this part right here, the first part does, this whole thing collapses and falls down. So you can throw your figures down there as well. So in order to do that, you can put your figure up there and then just push this up. And then the whole top of the cage collapses as well, which is awesome functionality. And then in order to put it back up, all you do is push it back up here. Okay, and then you're gonna push this back to where it belongs, and you're gonna drop that down, and then you have a perfect roof on there as well. And then the other function that I love about this part here as well is going to be this component, which is you put your figures here as well. And all you do is, if you want to throw them from the top here, where like Undertaker threw that mankind, toss them to the side. Let's put some figures in there so you can kind of see compare the size to ratio and the scale of this Hell in a Cell. So I think this is one of the things that you have to see in person to start realizing how big it actually is as well. So let's grab some figures. So Mankind is in there now. So you kind of get to see the scale size as well. And then towards the very top, we're going to put the Undertaker. And you can see that as well. So that's the size. You can pull all the way back so you can see. So that's kind of the size of the scale ring itself. So it's a huge play set. Then you got Undertaker there as well. You can put them up top here. See how I said that holds. And if you want to drop the figures, all you do is just drop them on the sides there. It goes through as well. Awesome play set. You know, strongly encourage you to pick that up if you do a fan of the Hell in a Cell. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Again, make sure you check out my other videos and make sure you check out my TikTok channel as well. I'll be uploading there daily for the most part as well. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, everybody.